skeleton fingers? Today's video is brought to you by Helix Sleep. Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another episode of spring advent calendar season. Hey, no, never mind, this advent calendar has shiny snowflakes on it. Actually, hold on, give me just a second. Silly me, did I say shiny snowflakes? I obviously meant beautiful daisies with iridescent shiny veining. Obviously, because this is the springtime advent calendar. Look at those lovely pastel rainbows. Very obviously spring. Anywho, our very floral advent calendar we have here is from Kitsch. It is the 12 Days of Kitsch advent calendar. I found this on TikTok. It popped up and I was like, that says advent calendar, and I bought it. I really don't know too much about Kitsch as a brand. I know that we have received some stuff from them in like FebFun and actually other advent calendars as well. So I quickly perused their website before I started filming this video. It looks like it's gonna be a lot of maybe like hair care stuff, body care stuff, accessories. I didn't really see much in the way of like makeup or anything. There's a whole bunch of like little like squiggly body bars and stuff. I saw some like hair perfumes on there, so I'm thinking they do have like actual body products, hair products, and then accessories. So that's pretty much what I'm expecting to see in here. Now this advent calendar was $100 USD or it was $185 Canadian. And I was like, wow, that conversion rate's kind of crazy. But I just asked the Google how much is $99 USD in Canadian, and it said it was like $137. So I guess it's just more expensive in Canada for some reason. Now the value of this, they do say that there is a 30% value. So like basically you're getting everything on like a 30% sale when you purchase it in here. For the US, the value is $147 and for Canada, it is $248. I guess their products are just more expensive in Canada. I don't think that's a tremendous value, to be fully honest. Just in like the world or the realm of advent calendars, like spending $100 to save like 40 something dollars isn't typically ideal. I think the construction of the calendar itself, like nice sturdy cardboard, I like that. I do think it's very pretty and I like the little bow. Oh, pretty! It is very pretty on the inside. Oh, it looks like sherbet. You know, even though this is obviously a spring advent calendar, if you did want to use it for something else, like say you're counting down to Easter. This is very Eastery looking. I'll like a bag of Cadbury eggs in here, not the ones filled with the stuff. I know I'm in the minority, but I think those are nasty. But the little chocolate ones, and like, you know, like a stuffed duck, this could be precious. Let's start here with day number 1. Ooh, it's in a little baggie. Squishy. Whale. Oh, okay. Starting off very simple here. We have 2 black little scrunchies. I do like the amount of stretch that are in these. Sometimes you get a scrunchie and like the elastic is just too tight and I feel like it's ripping the hairs out of my head. These have a really nice stretch to them. I think the fabric on the outside is some type of satin. I've just recently learned that satin is a weave. I didn't know that. I thought satin was its own thing. You can have like silk satins or you can have satins made out of polyester. It doesn't indicate precisely what these are made out of, but if I had to guess, I would say this is probably a polyester satin. If it was like a true silk satin, I feel like they would advertise that somewhere on here because then they'd be a little bit fancy. But actually, I think these will be very useful for me. I wear, you know, my hair. I wear my big, you know, beehive on top of my head a lot, and I do use black scrunchies for that, and I think these are a nice width for my fine hair. Moving along here to day number 2, I like the font that they used on these boxes. I think it looks pretty. These waxy bags make me feel like there's gonna be like a bakery baked good treat in them. Sadly, I think it's just hair care items. Okay. Okay. I hate to give it that face I just made, whatever you call that. But I wasn't anticipating it. It took me by surprise a little bit. When I first saw this, I definitely thought it was gonna be like a headband or maybe something to hold your hair back when you're washing your face, but it's actually just a massive bow. And I know bows have been super big, like really popular in trends. And I have seen some ladies who will do their hair like half up, half down, kind of with those wavy curls with a bow in the back, and they look magical. I love that. I don't know if I personally could pull it off, but that just really like pretty kind of classic, you know, satin black bow in your hair like that. I think it looks very pretty and elegant. I just don't know if I'm built for it. I put it like here. You can't even see it. With the shape of my bun, and the edges of this bow, it looks like I'm wearing a little top hat. I could do it like in the back, just put it with the rest of my clips. Make myself like a little tail. I don't know if I've ever revealed the back of my bun to you guys. It's probably shocking. I don't know if I've ever revealed the back of the boob. I don't know if I've ever actually revealed the back of my bun to me. I don't really look back there. Who was that one lady that said the back of my head is none of my business? Firmly agree. That's kind of fun. It is kind of fun. It feels like decent quality. It has a nice flop to it. Like these dangle nicely, they don't really stick out. I kind of wish the little bow ends would hang down a bit more. Everything is black, I'm sorry, you can't see anything. Would kind of actually dangle down a little bit more like this, but it seems like they really get tucked behind the actual, like, what part of the bow would you call that? The loops of the bow, so you can't really see the pointed little ends. But it's cute. It's a nice little bow. Again, I think we probably have some type of polyester satin material. I do see that there is some like glue sticking out here from the bottom of this alligator clip. So the construction of it might be like a little, you know, maybe not the highest quality, just with that hot glue there, but I think it's cute. I think it's very cute. Ooh, day number 3 up here is quite large. Ooh, what could this be? It almost feels like this is full of liquid, like a tiny waterbed. I doubt that's the case, but for some reason, the squish of it feels liquidy. Ooh, a pillowcase. This definitely has a different like finger feel to it than the little scrunchies did, and even the little bow. Are you silk? I don't know. I don't have very refined finger pads to tell exactly the difference. 97% polyester satin, 3% spandex. So no, not actual silk satin. I know like mulberry silk pillowcases, those are the ones I see most frequently, can actually be quite expensive. I've looked into silk pillowcases before because it's supposed to be really good for your hair. Your hair will like slide over the fibers of satin more freely and easily than like a cotton, and it'll create less friction and less damage to your hair. But looking into like the actual like silk pillowcases, they are quite expensive. I don't know if that's the same case with the polyester satin pillowcases though. Unfortunately, no matter what fabric it's made out of, it actually won't fit on any of my bed pillows. We have king size pillows for our bed, so this little guy looks like a very small pillowcase actually, but I'm guessing it's just a standard pillowcase. Well, you know what, actually, actually, I might take that back. I've recently been sleeping on a squishmallow as a pillow, which sounds insane. The story about how I got to the point of sleeping on a squishmallow involves like me trying to hand wash our pillows, it not going very well, putting one outside to dry, and then a bird pooping on it. But just, I'm sleeping on a squishmallow right now, and it's one of the best pillows I've ever used. Support everywhere. My head just sinks into it. I'm not getting like pressure headaches from my head laying on the pillow. It's a great pillow. But I think it would fit in here, is what I'm getting at. Maybe, you know, make it look a little bit nicer on the bed instead of having this big, like, half green, half brown blob. Day number 4 has some heft to it. Ooh, what are you? Okay. This looks like a tongue. This part right here at the bottom, it's even, like, kind of flesh tongue colored. But we have a roller. We have a little roller here. These are for rolling your face, and probably other body parts as well. I feel like this would be nice for like a leg roll. You know, get like a tight hamstring or something. You could get in there with it. But I do think that actually feels good. It's really hot in this room. It's so hot in here. And yet I still wear sweatshirts. I do think these are made mainly for skincare purposes. Now, this is kind of a large roller, so it might be a little bit more difficult to get into like the smaller areas. I have seen also people put them in the freezer, but I have been told you're not supposed to do that because they can like, you know, stick to your face, which might not be good. All right, 5 is up next, looking a little bit little. Okay, I can see through the paper here. I hope I don't have to add any additional items to our Sephora tree of shame. This isn't a Christmas tree. This isn't even like a holiday related item at this point. This is purposely to shame Sephora. All right, that's what it was looking like. They're cute though, they are cute. So next up here we have a little duo set of these little hair clips. Now the original purpose of these hair clips, I'm fairly certain, was to like clip your hair back and stuff while you're doing your makeup, or just to get things out of your face, maybe hold hairstyles into certain places while hairspray is setting in or whatever. But I have seen these like, you know, make it out as actual hair accessories recently, and this one I'm assuming is supposed to be that because it's all blinged out, it's bedazzled. That's more more bedazzled than a 2007 Ed Hardy hat. It's very, like, I think it's pretty. It's catching the light really nicely. I've been seeing a lot of people bedazzling stuff recently, and it looks really cool. I've also seen some people individually bedazzling their cars, which is just a true testament to their patience and their lack of fear of arthritis. At least these also have a nice kind of heavier feel to them, so they don't feel too incredibly lightweight and flimsy. Really quick before we move on, I will tell you all about today's sponsor, Helix Sleep. Spring is upon us, and a great way to feel rejuvenated this season is to do a little bit of spring cleaning and then get a good night's rest on a Helix Sleep mattress. If it's been quite some time since you purchased your mattress and you're thinking about upgrading, just know it's a great way to ensure that your space is as fresh as possible, because things like dust mites and mold and other allergens can be found in old mattresses, and they can trigger things like allergies and other issues. So swapping out your mattress after several years is a great way to keep your space fresh. Helix Sleep makes premium mattresses and bedding that are customized to fit your needs and conveniently shipped right to your door. Helix lineup offers 20 unique mattresses to choose from, and they just launched a whole line of mattress toppers. So Helix Sleep offers a sleep solution for everyone. I've been loving sleeping on my Helix Sleep mattress for the past like 3 years now, but Helix did just send me their new premium memory foam mattress topper, which is great for anyone looking for a little extra added like pressure relief at their shoulders and their hips. And I'm so excited to be able to make my sleep even more comfortable. Helix does have a sleep quiz that'll match you with your perfect mattress. I personally am a side sleeper who likes a super soft cloud-like mattress. That's why I'm so excited for that extra, squishy top. So the sleep quiz matched me with the Helix Sunset Luxe, and I've absolutely been loving it. Since switching to Helix all those years ago, I have been noticing a lot less shoulder and hip pain, and I've just been getting a really good night's sleep. So if you are looking to upgrade your mattress, freshen up your space, and get a good night's sleep, then be sure to check out Helix. Their spring savings event is running right now, and you can get 20% off site-wide when you go to helixsleep.com/Alexandria. And just thank you so very much to Helix for sponsoring today's video and helping to support the channel. It really means the world to me. Ooh, day number 6 is little, but it has a lot of weight to it. Oh, I mean, it's cute. It is very cute. We have a little claw clip here. I like the style of this. I don't think I've ever actually seen one kind of shaped like this. It almost looks a little bit like an office supply. But as I mentioned, this is heavy. Like this is quite weighty, which might be perfectly fine for somebody that has more hair for this to cling on to. But with my little skinny ponytail, very thin, fine hair without a lot of hair volume at the scalp, this would be very difficult for me to use. I could honestly see a clip like this being a bit of a problem for anybody like me who has finer, thinner hair, and especially anybody who lacks hair density, just because the clips don't have enough to like hold on to. Oh, that's so heavy. That's so heavy. I mean, already that's really tugging at my hairs, and there's not even anything else like shoved up in there to add extra weight. And my hair is also already being supported by the beehive on top. If I were to wear this just like with a regular claw clip hairstyle, I think it might pull a little bit. I think it might be kind of uncomfortable. I could also see it like very easily sliding out of my hair. Now, if you have like thicker, fuller hair, more for this to grab onto, that might not be an issue for you, but it's heavy. I'm trying to get y'all like, I don't know, like, can y'all hear that thud? And it's made out of metal. That's why it's so heavy. It's fully constructed out of metal, which again, I think is really interesting. It's an interesting looking hair clip. I just don't think I can wear it, but I think it's cute looking. All right, 7 is up next here. So far, a lot of hair items. I'm really hoping we at least see some of the body stuff. Like I mentioned, there is some cool like squiggly little bars of some sort on there. It looked like there might have been maybe some like body mists and other things like that, not just hair items. So hopefully we'll see something a little bit different, or maybe not, or maybe not. My immediate natural instinct was to become Wolverine. Missing a claw though. But look at this little thing, this is fun. We have another kind of heavy metal little hair device here, but this one could be interesting. Is this a French, something about France? French? Not a French twist, that's a hairstyle, but I feel like French something. Or maybe not, I could be entirely wrong about that. But I think you're supposed to like twist your hair or something and then stick this into it and that holds it in place. I think maybe kind of like when you see people like twist their hair around a pencil and like stick it in like that, like a librarian, and then they take it out like this and swing their hair and you're like, oh my gosh, the librarian's pretty, and she takes off her glasses, you're like, oh, or whatever they do. Early 2000s movies. Anywho, I've never tried one of these little clips like this. I think this could potentially be nice. Whereas this is very like weighty and heavy, I feel like gravity is really gonna take its toll on this one. I feel like this wouldn't be as affected. Could we just use it as an accessory for now? Literally disappeared. Where'd it go? There it is. I did go ahead and Google lens this just so I could get a name for what this is. And it's seeming like the consensus is that it is a metal French hairpin, but it does also seem like you can purchase these quite readily online for fairly inexpensive. This one does have Kitsch stamped onto the top there, so there is a bit of branding. Also, this little guy here has Kitsch stamped onto it. So like I don't know if they're just ordering these kind of bulk wholesale or if these are things that they're having like actually custom made for them. I would kind of assume that maybe they're getting them bulk wholesale and then just having their name printed onto them, but I don't know. Oh, here's Alibaba. I bet we can find out. Okay, so for instance, if you're looking here in Alibaba, not saying that these are exactly the same ones. They do look incredibly similar, but there might be slight, like these might be a little bit flatter. So this might not be the same exact listing, but it could, you know, it could be something similar to this. But if you order 2 pieces of these, they are 35 cents a piece. If you order between 500 and 999, they are 34 cents. And then over 1,000 pieces is 33 cents. And I just wanted to go ahead and check because, you know, it does have their name on it. But you can do customization down here with your logo. So they do offer that. I'm not saying 100% that they are getting these wholesale from like Alibaba or some other wholesale website. It's just something that they could do, that they could have done. Not that they did do, but they could have done. Which really fast makes me kind of want to just to see. Okay, well that's kind of encouraging. One of the first listings that came up on like the Google reverse image search options was the Kitsch website. So they're $12 on the Kitsch website. Now, I do see that there are a lot of other very, very similar rhinestone hair clips kind of everywhere. Some on Amazon, Temu. We got some eBay listings, but I do see a lot of the Kitsch listings, and the ones that I'm seeing from like Amazon, Temu. Oh no, that's a place. That's a real place. They just look slightly different. The only difference is there's a little gap in like a middle seam of the metal in these, and these don't have that. So they're not the exact same ones. Same with this little guy. Honestly, the first things that popped up on the little results were from Kitsch. So these could potentially be like actual designs that they have created themselves. They work together with a manufacturer and like you build this together and then produce them. So that's cool. It's a little bit more unique and special than just buying something wholesale and putting your label on it. All right, that was a little Googling detour. I can't help myself. Let's move on here today at number 8. Feels like a firm dish sponge. Oh, okay. Yeah, they had me confused for a minute, but this material I've definitely felt before. This is a little like exfoliating mitt. It's made out of a very not comfy, cozy feeling material, but that's purposeful. It's for exfoliating your skin in the shower. I've tried some little towels like this. I think they might be Korean exfoliating towels. They are a little bit scratchy, but if you've seen some of the videos of these where like it's just like peeling your skin off. Looks like you're shedding. Like you're a molting snake. I do think it's nice that it's a glove. It's a little bit easier to hold than like a towel. I think the towel that I had like a little kangaroo pouch in it, so you can kind of like slide your fingers into it. But the glove with kind of an elastic band around it, I think would make it a bit easier to do some intense snake shedding exfoliation. Day number 9 here. So we have a body product now. Maybe we'll get some more body products coming in here. The first 2/3 was like hair care stuff mainly, so maybe we're moving into some more body stuff. Or not. What lovely monochromatic neutral colors. We have a little collection here. Oh gosh, they almost look like fingers. Those look like skeleton fingers? You can't tell me that that doesn't look like a weird little skeleton hand. A 3-fingered skeleton hand. I mean, they're jointed and everything. Like where the joints should be. Anywho, I'm sorry, it's late. I shouldn't film when it's late. I know that I don't make any sense most of the time, but when it's late, things just aren't connected up here. But yeah, so we have a little set of skeleton fingers, little clippy guys. These do come in handy. These are nice like for like holding up hair sections while you're fixing your hair or styling your hair. Maybe something like if you're clipping your hair over to apply hair dye. They're very utilitarian. I mean, fingers typically are. But they don't feel particularly particularly maybe high quality. They're very clinky, lightweight plastic, so I don't know how long they would hold up for. And it's just another hair clip accessory. Not a lot of variety I'm seeing in here. Again, maybe more of like a utilitarian item than some of the other hair clips, but we've got a lot of things to clip your hair at this point. And the website at least shows that they do have like other products and stuff that look a little bit more intriguing than these skeleton fingers. But alas, we just have a claw. So that's day number, what was that? Day number 9. We're getting very close to the end of this advent calendar, and I'm hoping for some more variety. Let's move on to day number 10. There's no way. I will say it's slightly unique. I don't know much about the hairdoing industry, but these are weird. So that's fun. However, unfortunately, they are just another type of hair clip. As interesting as they might be, they do form the basic purpose of clipping hair, which we're now on, hold on, 1, 2. Thus far, we have like 10 individual hair clipping items and 5 days, whole days of hair clipping items. So half of the days that we've gone through so far are items to clip the hair. And I wasn't even including things that literally physically didn't clip. So that's not including the stabby thing, the little scrunchies, none of those. But 5 days so far are items that clip hair. I know they all do serve different purposes and they're used in different ways, but like, that many days of hair clips, they could have at least been the cute ones. I saw some stuff on there. Very cute, also hair clips, but they were very cute. These are kind of things that people who do their hair anyway likely already have. Like, you probably already got some clips to section your hair. You probably already got some roller clips. You probably already have these items, but you might not have some very cute, maybe like calendar exclusive clips. That's one way for an advent calendar to like give value when there isn't that much value. So in this instance here, you're already not giving a ton of monetary value for how much you spend on the advent calendar, but if you were to include items that are advent calendar exclusive, limited time editions, holiday exclusive items, that also increases the value because it's not something that everybody can just get their hands on. Little black scrunchies, like a useful item, sure, but not necessarily an enticing item. Like, you see these as like a spoiler for the advent calendar and you're like, oh man, I gotta get this advent calendar. I gotta spend $100 to only get 30% off to get my hands on these black scrunchies. You either have to like give extreme value for an advent calendar or find value elsewhere. A great example of that is P. Louise. They'll do like an entire advent calendar of advent calendar exclusive items. You can only get that item in an advent calendar, and that's where the value comes from. They give value through exclusivity. You can't not do either. It doesn't make for a great advent calendar. But I'm judging it a little bit too soon because we still have 2 days left. We have the final day also. This could be magnificent. I don't know. All right, day number 11. Oh my god. As somebody who just like lacks a lot of hair, if I had known that this advent calendar was going to be like 80% hair clips, wouldn't have even like glanced at it, to be honest. 11th clip of the box, 6th day of just clips with a very, it's very cute though. This is very cute. It's like a nice kind of muted peachy salmon. There's something about the look of this plastic that almost looks a little bit vintagey. I do like it. I think it is a very pretty claw clip. Unfortunately, I can already tell it's, it's way too big for my hair, and it's also gonna be too heavy. But that's just me. Okay, do you think this day number 12 is just like one massive clip? This is the Twilight font. There's something about this font that's given. Alright, I don't think this is a hair clip, so that's good. Ooh, alrighty. I have seen little systems like this, little hair accessories like this everywhere. We do get 2 more scrunchies. Oh, look at that. This is, I was gonna say a twofer, but I'm pretty sure like all of this has to work together because sure, you could use the scrunchie separately, but what are you gonna use this little deflated balloon animal for, if not for doing your overnight curls? So I've seen people do this like a billion times. You put this on your head. Oftentimes I'll see people, oh look, clip come in handy. They'll clip it to like the top of their head and then they'll start, oh dear, wrapping their hair around these little like Goldilocks pigtails. And then you put your scrunchies on at the bottom and then you go to sleep, and then when you wake up in the morning, you have beautiful, luscious curls. I've never done overnight curls with this method before, but this this little guy here, it just seems like a little deflated. It just seems like a balloon animal that's given up a little bit. I don't know, maybe there are different sizes and varieties of sticks, like the soft sticks, to give you different curls. Maybe this one is kind of on the thinner side, so you get more of like a tighter curl, and then maybe the ones that I've seen that look a bit more voluminous, perhaps a little bit not nicer, but maybe a little bit nicer. But maybe those are made specifically for like a bigger, looser curl. That would make a lot of sense. Okay guys, well that is everything in the Kitsch advent calendar. Not what I was anticipating. I really thought that it was going to be at least a mix of the different products that they sold, or at least even if it like was just strictly hair products. I feel like they probably make more than just hair clips. I hate to say this is like a fairly disappointing advent calendar. I still don't 100% know the exact value. I do see on here that it says there's 15% off your entire order automatically applied when you shop my page. Is that like every time? So like every time you shop you get 15% off. So when they say this is like a 30% value, it's really like a 15% value because you already get automatically 15% off anyway. And currently right now everything is 25% off for Mother's Day. So like instead of purchasing an advent calendar where you don't get to pick anything and they just select everything for you, which it appears they selected their like most basic items to put inside this advent calendar, you could probably go on there yourself during maybe one of their sales and pick out things that you would actually like and use and know you're gonna get value out of. Or you can go on, I think anytime it appears, and get 15% off, again, things that you will actually like and use. And though it's not, you know, a 30% savings, the value of actually having things that you will enjoy and not 11 different hair clips is invaluable. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. I'm really interested in hearing what you guys have to say. And that is what I have here on today. I'm so sorry. This was kind of a rough one. I was stumbling through it. Thank you all so very much for hanging in there with me. Thank you for watching. Please go ahead and consider subscribing if you would not mind. It means the absolute world to me. I just hope you guys have a lovely, wonderful, fantastic day. And I'll see you all next time. Bye!